Welcome to Be a Hero podcast, where we talk to inspiring leaders and explore life-changing methods you can use to uncover your unique superpowers, improve your life, and be the hero that is hiding within you. To learn more about our eco-friendly yoga collection and our projects, visit yoga-hero.com.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to today's podcast, Be a Hero by Yoga Hero. Today, we're interviewing Jodie Roberts, an amazing yoga teacher here in Munich, based in Munich, but from the UK. She does these amazing classes, online, corporate classes, also privates, almost everything, retreats, events, all over Europe and Munich. So today, I'm really excited to have you. Thanks again for joining us, Jodie.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, it looks like maybe you just finished a class, actually.
Yes, I did, actually. So I've just finished teaching and then thought I'd hop onto this podcast.
It's always on the go. Okay, so our first question for you is, I would like to know how you got started in retreats.
So I used to live in Bali, and I lived in a shared house, and there was a girl there who I was really close with, Anna. And we had pretty sweet Balinese lifestyle. So, we would either surf or practice yoga in the morning, and then have like a smoothie bowl or some really nice breakfast, and then do some work that we needed to do, and then either go for a surf or yoga later in the afternoon, and then, have like a happy hour beer and watch sunset. And both of us, it was...
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But both of us knew that at some point we wanted to come back to Europe because of our families. And we really wanted to bring this feeling back with us of how you can feel embodied and healthy and just connected, not just to yourself, but to others and to nature. And so we thought, well, why not run a retreat and really just bring this magic to Europe? And so that's what we did. We ran a trial retreat first with some influencers and cooks and people who kind of knew what they were doing, and a videographer, and made all the mistakes in this first week. They were very understanding, and then kind of fixed it. And then we just kept on going, just ran surf and yoga retreats, life coaching retreats, but all in the Algarve, and all with this idea that you can take whatever you need from this, and that you can leave our little piece of paradise happier and healthier and really yourself again, which is what Bali had done for us.
Wow, super cool. Sounds like a dream. So basically you wanted to bring all of your favorite things back from this amazing trip and share it with others.
Exactly. I mean, the food is so amazing, and
Awesome. Cool. So next question is, for people looking out for retreats or trying to book, what do you think are the 3 most important things to look for? How can people narrow down their search when they're overwhelmed, or when there is so much out there, or they don't know where to start?
I mean, there is so much out there. It is really overwhelming, and everyone's saying, come to my retreat. So, I mean, I think the first thing is, what experience are you looking for? I mean, are you looking to really do some like transformational work, or are you looking for more of a kind of active break, or do you just want to hang out, do a little bit of yoga and just chill? So I think once you've decided what it is exactly you are, well, not exactly, but generally looking for, you can start to define. Like, you're not going to go on a transformational tantra yoga experience if you're just wanting to do a little bit of restorative yoga. If you are the person that really likes doing things, you're not going to go to a retreat where it is just 1 or 2 sessions of yoga a day. You'll want to go to one where it's with surfing or horse riding or hiking, or simply close enough to a town or areas that you can explore. And that really leads me to the next thing, like, where do you want to go? Do you want to be hot? Do you want to be cool? Do you want to be in the mountains? Do you want to be by the ocean? There's lots of different places. So decide where you want to go, as well as the type of retreat you want to be going on. And these kind of also tie into the last one. I'm going to say 4, because this is what I think is also important. But are you looking for high end or budget? Because this is also going to make a huge impact on your choice. So if you're looking for a really budget retreat, that's completely fine. But then don't go expecting the highest end foods and yoga equipment and things like this. Like maybe there won't be a pool. Maybe you'll be doing yoga on the beach rather than in a studio. It's really, you have to manage your expectations of what you want and what you can afford. And then the last one, of course, like your experience is only as good as the retreat leaders you have. So research the leaders, like what kind of person are they? What's their philosophy? What do they teach like? And look at reviews and even like ask them themselves, because quite often they'll have an idea of what their normal guests are like. We have lots of people asking us, for example, when we run out to the sea retreats, like, what is the average age? Can I come by myself? How much yoga am I expected to have done? All of these things. So just ask. And then you should find the answers to these questions. But yeah, what are you looking for? What's your budget? Where is it? And what do you want? And what are the people going to be like?
Okay, cool. Very helpful and informative. And thanks for the recap. But very, very nice. Thank you. So you mentioned the sea, return to the sea retreat. Can you maybe explain that a little bit more? Is this your yearly retreat that you do?
Yes, this is. So this was the retreat baby that my friend Anna and I had. So we always do it in the Algarve, well, in Portugal at least. And it's surfing and yoga and sometimes life coaching. And it's simply because, it's a blue state of mind. There is something that happens to us when we come back to the ocean, when you return to the sea, when you ride these waves, you get into this meditative state, you're in the flow. And this is really what we wanted to give people. So to the sea is yoga twice a day, breakfast and lunch included, and then some surfing with a really nice local surf school. We do it before Corona. We were doing it a couple of times a year. And now we'll be hopefully running our retreat in September or October.
Cool. Sounds awesome. So people can hopefully join as soon as COVID is long gone.
Exactly. When we get that green pass again.
Okay. So next question, maybe bringing up something that you talked about before. What defines a successful retreat to you when you're giving one or when you're taking one? And maybe we talk about what you learned from those mistakes that you talked about.
Oh, so many lessons. So I think if you are giving a retreat, if you're hosting it, I mean, I wish we could give these for free, but we can't. So in order for you to at least break even or to make it worth your while financially, success means it's full. Like that's just like really it's
Okay.
given. So that you want your retreat to be full, and there is going to be things that happen along the way, like the surf school's going to turn up late, or someone's going to have an allergy they didn't tell you about, or there's going to be some kinds of hiccups. But a successful retreat means that these hiccups are managed unnoticeably. So people have no idea that maybe, like the half the kitchen burnt down. You have no clue. This is the idea of it being a success. And also that the group is cohesive. As the teacher, I just want them to have been served by the retreat, so that they come away feeling fulfilled. I think this is really an important part of why we go on a retreat and not just a holiday. And then I think if you're going on a retreat, it's similar. I mean, you want everyone to get on. You want there to be no noticeable hiccups, for sure. And I think, yeah, it's nice when you learn something. Maybe this is something, and you have these moments of, aha, whether this is a breakthrough in an asana that you're doing, or whether it's, you're just sitting there watching the ocean or watching a sunset, and then you have this moment to yourself and you realize that, your heart is filled with gratitude. These are these beautiful moments that will really make your retreat worthwhile.
Awesome. So it sounds like kind of similar for at least providing and taking it, kind of at least also when you're going to retreat, that's what you kind of want to.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I just want I think also I want the hosts to be engaged. And I think maybe this is because I have hosted so many retreats and I give my heart and soul to the guests that are here. I don't like this word, but I would like to be on the receiving end of all of this dedication and attention when I go on a retreat.
Yes, that's true. I mean, expectations is not too bad of a word. I think it's nice to have reasonable expectations and also intent. So either way, sounds good to me. Okay, thanks. Next question is maybe also piggying on that is, what's the craziest thing that's happened at one of your retreats? Sounds like maybe some hiccups in the kitchen or any noticeable or unnoticeable, anything you want to talk about, just for maybe a little laugh or disclaimer or warning for future people who might try to plan their own retreats.
I have so many. I mean, we had a lovely chef she was lovely, but she also was very scary. So, I mean, there was one time when, she couldn't find a potato peeler and she came out of the kitchen and was just, she was Eastern European. She's like, "Where is potato peeler? You took it." And we were with all the guests and all of us, it was like being scolded by your mum. We were like, "We don't have it." I don't know.
Gosh.
They completely changed it. And then the guests started making like gifts of like potato peelers and sending them in the group. So it just became a running joke. Yeah, I felt really bad. And then I hosted one retreat where we always our retreat, we say if you want to have a glass of wine with your dinner, then, it's your holiday as well. We're not a cleansing retreat. We are kind of I don't know how you'd say, middle of the road retreat. And so we've always had, a few bottles of really nice Portuguese wine, and people normally have a glass, maybe two with dinner, and then we have tea, and we go to bed at 9:30. And on this retreat, we went surfing, we'd come back, and the girls, I'd be getting ready for yoga and they'd be having a pool party. Just cracking open the wine. They bought their own wine, yeah. And then
So
and they
funny.
still came to yoga, bless them. They all came a little bit tipsy, yeah, we come to yoga. With their little glasses of wine next to them, doing an opening meditation. And then I would just hear, the glass moving. Bring it back.
Oh my gosh.
It was, I mean, A, for effort, because they really, they wanted to really enjoy their holiday and do all the yoga and do everything.
Yeah, cool. They sound fun. I want to be friends with them.
They were super fun, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. We had to do yoga for a hangover on the last day.
Oh gosh,
okay, guys,
then that's when the detox starts.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you're meant to go the other way around, actually.
They have both. No, that's awesome. I mean, it's funny when these crazy situations happens, but it sounds like you're able to look back on it and have a laugh of it, or people kind of grow closer from it, from these experiences.
I mean, normally,
cool.
normally, yes. There have been some issues. I mean, we got locked out of where we were staying on one retreat because the owner we'd sent her the money that she had said it was. There was a mistake on the booking platform, basically. So we paid low season rates when it was high season. We sent her the money. We said, is this the correct amount? She said yes. And then halfway through the retreat, she said it wasn't, and we needed to pay. And we said, well, I mean, we have in writing that you accepted this and you should have told us before. And then we took them on a trip, the guests on a trip to see an old town. And then she messaged us saying she had put all the shutters down and locked us all out.
Oh,
And
God.
until we paid her, we would not be allowed to go in.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. So this was not such a fun experience.
Okay, yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah. I mean,
really something crazy.
yeah, we paid because what else can you do? And then we had to go to the police, file a police report afterwards. It was crazy.
Wow, crazy.
We don't use this center anymore, as you can imagine.
I'm sure. Oh no, that's horrible. I mean, I guess that you can never expect these things to happen, but this would be such a stressful situation halfway through getting kicked out and then having to just, do what's for the best and kind of eat cost at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Another very good learning experience then, not having everything in writing, even though you did. Oh, man. Okay. Well, hopefully that's a good lesson for others to also learn from.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. We might have talked about this already, but it sounds like any kind of retreat that you have planned past COVID, or maybe something you're looking forward to having in the future.
Yeah. So we have the To the Sea retreats planned. And then I also have a December retreat in Austria, in Tyrol, planned in December. That's a weekend retreat in Hotel Schwarzschmied. Difficult to say. And then I'm also looking to put on a couple more retreats around here in the autumn as well. So kind of after the heat of summer. And it'll be like yoga and hiking and nice eating and this kind of thing.
Awesome. Yes, even we are trying to plan a retreat if we can. So hopefully something comes into the books in that sense.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so nice for us to finally do a retreat together. It's been 2 years coming.
Yeah. Always fun to be able to collaborate in these senses and work with friends and work with each other. So we see. Okay, cool. Next question. A little bit maybe off topic, but still on topic, is your favorite place to travel or bucket list to go to?
Okay, so my favorite place to travel is, I mean, it's super cliched, but it's still Indonesia. I mean, as we said, the food is amazing. I surf. I also do a lot of scuba diving, and so the diving there is great. The waves are great. The quality of the yoga instructors, especially in Ubud, they're world class. They are fantastic. So, and then I love Asia. I love the freedom of driving my bike through rice fields and the friendliness of local people. It's great.
Aww.
I love Indonesians. The way they say hello is to put their hand over their heart when they're greeting you. And I really like that. Oh, hello, my name is Jodie.
Yeah. That's awesome. Makes sense where it all started too for you. So
yeah, exactly.
Should have known.
Where I would like to go, I would like to do many trips. But one I really want to do, I would like to dive the Galapagos. And then just dream big, But you said bucket list. So
yeah, of course. Even bigger.
Yeah, right. Dive the Galapagos and then travel around Costa Rica and then maybe go over to Mexico as well.
Awesome.
It would be a great trip.
Yeah, kind of going to the other side of the world. So funny. Well, not to brag, but I've actually been to the Galapagos Islands. But we didn't have our diving certificate back then, so we only scuba or we were only snorkeled. But it was still amazing, like seeing so many animals at the top. But it's funny because it is one of the best diving places to go to, although they have very strong currents and such like that. So maybe it was safer for us.
Yeah, maybe
we have
maybe not
to go again.
I've ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but awesome. We loved it. It was very fun. I'm sure you'll make it sooner or later.
Yes, I have every intention. Manifesting now. Come on, plane ticket.
Yeah, it only takes like 3 or 4 plane rides to get there.
Exactly, easy.
Okay, next question is, how do you define a hero or role model? So based off the be a hero, whether you're a hero yourself or how you define those around you who could be heroes in your eyes. Getting a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I like it. It's a really good question. So for me, a hero or a role model it's a leader, but a true leader is someone who leads from the bottom up. So someone who is there supporting and empathizing and communicating with all people within their sphere. Someone who will rise by lifting others. This is what it means for me to be a role model or a hero. Yeah, I think you don't need to do great things. I think you need to do many small things greatly. And this is how together we can be the change and we can be heroes for ourselves and for each other.
Oh, beautiful. So we can all be leaders, even when it's not doing grand things, just small, tiny steps along the way.
Exactly.
Sounds very nice. And do you think the concept of leading from bottom up or leadership characteristics is something that you can learn, or it's more innate?
I think it's a bit of both. Some people are born leaders. You can spot them a mile off. And other people grow into the role. If you look at a lot of yoga teachers, for example, a lot of yoga teachers are actually very introverted. So, not people who would naturally want to demonstrate their knowledge or naturally want to communicate so intently with a lot of people, but actually their deep empathy means that they grow and they develop the skills in order to communicate and to demonstrate. And I think this shows that, everyone can be a leader and everyone can be a hero. I think we are all heroes to someone somewhere along the way. We just never realize.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Awesome. Do you have any other final advice for other yogis looking to travel or go on a retreat or do any of the fun things that we listed and talked about?
I mean, if you're looking to host a retreat and you're not really sure how to go about it or what the first steps should be, Anna and I actually have just written an ebook on the subject so that you can learn from all those mistakes we've made. And it's really practical, so it has lots of checklists for you and helps you really define what it is you want and how you want to do it and these kinds of things and what you need to think about so it goes smoothly. If you want to travel, COVID rules notwithstanding, then I really say just do it. Like, get out of your comfort zone. I really like the analogy that we are all ships, and ships were made to sail, not to just stay in the harbor. So, you can go a little bit. And I also think the idea of traveling solo is where you can really learn about yourself. When we take away all of these social constructs we've made ourselves, like who we are as a partner or friend or sister or in our work, when we take away all this and we're meeting people new for the first time, or you experience things on your own for the first time, how do you respond? And this is where you can really learn about yourself and be free to grow into your true self. So yeah, I guess my advice is go and do it. And please wear shoes. That would be my only other thing.
What was the last part?
Wear shoes.
Wear shoes, okay.
Wear shoes. Unless you're on the beach, please wear shoes.
Okay, maybe another story for another time. Oh, that's awesome though. No, I agree. It's super nice. I think anybody who wants to should just go out and do it. That's a beautiful analogy that you said about ships and sailing. You're a water person, huh?
You can tell.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much, Jodie, again, for your time, for explaining. I think it's super informative for anybody who's trying to go on a retreat, trying to maybe plan a retreat or book or learn about it. Sounds like you also have a book that we can check out for more details. So easily we look for you, and I'm sure it's connected on your social medias or so. Okay, cool. So then other than that, thank you everybody else for joining. I'll do maybe what they do in Indonesia on my heart.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Jodie, and thanks Yoga Hero for having us. I'm very silly. I forgot to introduce myself in the beginning, but my name is Lee Singer, and we will be together again in future podcasts with other guests or so. If you'd like to learn more, the website for Yoga Hero is yoga-hero.com. And we hope to see you soon in a future podcast or so. So thanks again. Thanks, Jodie.
Thank you, Lee. It was great.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Be a Hero podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, feel free to follow us and leave a review. To learn more about our eco-friendly yoga collection and our projects, visit yoga-hero.com. We hope you have a great day, and let us all use our superpowers to create a greater world.